What's up, YouTube? It's your girl TP Tab back with another one. So this is my first time doing something like this. So I hope you like it. I'm not gonna do too much. Oh, screen freeze. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm literally just here to break down what happened Thursday and Thursday and Friday. All right. Sorry, I'm a little nervous because, like I said, I ain't never did nothing like this. Anyways, I got my executions on the screen. Y'all see what's going on. Bada bing, bada boom, y'all here with me. All right, bet. So this is how my chart looks all the time. I always keep a 4 hour on this side, and this side is usually always on the hour. I trade off the hourly, but I enter in on the 15. I enter in on the 15 because it's a smaller time frame. It's easier for me to find a nice little setup to get into. But overall, this is what I'm looking at over here on the hour. Okay, my 4 hour is my overall. This is where price is headed. This is what price is doing. Hence be why the candles are black on this side, and on this side I got color candles. All right, bet. That's about it for that. I'm not gonna harp along too much. Anyways, Thursday came. Let's make this full screen. So first of all, on Thursday, I did not to get up for London because all of Wednesday price was pretty much just consolidating. So I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm not rocking with it. And honestly, had I even got up, I checked and looked, it was still in this area. So it was still just messy for me. So I'm like, no, I don't want to get in. I'm not trying to do anything. Price been being raggedy all week. Okay, cool. Granted, even though I didn't get up for my regular London time, I should have still gotten up because I like to be up and be present on the chart at least by 6 o'clock because price always do something at 6 and 6:30. Not going to get too much into that, but as you can see, she went on ahead and pushed down. She tapped back into this order block at 5:30. That dang on AC just cut on, and I hope it's not too loud. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm trying to talk as loud as I can. Y'all know I broke my mic. Whatever, I'm not talking about that. So, when I wake up and see this, it's nowhere for me to just, I'm not going to just jump in because we don't do that over here. We don't just jump in. We wait until prices at POI that makes sense for us to be able to get into. All right, so here we go. Pre New York, I'm watching price as it gets to this Friday close, Sunday opening. I like how this first candle pushed through price and she was not trying to push up again. So honestly, I tried to go ahead and get in off the sell from it tapping back in. This would have been a nice little entry right here. This candle, this wick, I don't know if y'all can see it good enough. This wick right here should have been exactly where I got in. I should have just put my limit order right there and just let it flow. Okay, but that's all right. That's cool. I got in off the push of this next candle. Cool, y'all. I got in here. This was only with one micro. See? One. Okay? This is how I get in. I get in with one, and when I find another place to add, I go ahead and add. This is where I added 4. Okay? I added 4 more micros right here in this area. And let me see if I could break it down even a little bit more. I zoomed in a little bit more. Sorry, it's kind of moving everywhere. This was the perfect price. Went on ahead. She tapped into this area. She pulled back. I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and get in there because this is a nice place for me to continue to sell down. She's pushing through this. I know it says HH. That's not highest high. That is a highest point that my pair that gold has ever been. You see, on this side, this is the highest point she's been right here. This is the highest point. This is the highest point. It's always some kind of reaction off of those points where price makes some kind of astronomical move or whatnot. All right, bet. Mind you, again, this is 5 minute. I zoomed in to get in a little bit, Okay, cool. Uh-oh. Too far over. When I tell y'all, when price got right here, I was at 1,000, and everything in me was like, Tab, just go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it. I'm like, no, because I want to at least see her get to this. I want to at least see her get to this order block right here. I'm banking on gold getting right here because this is, okay. I hope y'all following my mouse because I'm going to just keep talking. If you're not, I don't know what to tell you. I want to see price. Let's just see so I can make it better. I want to see price get down here. This is what I was aiming for altogether, okay? But I was good enough with price just getting right there. Not only was this is a liquidity level for me. This is clean cut liquidity. That's what the little money sign is for. Not only is it liquidity, it is also a daily order block, okay? Yeah, this one is a daily mitigation block. I do mitigation blocks and breaker blocks. But at the end of the day, you just need to know that it's an order block, period. And it is a daily. The higher the time frame, whatever it is that you have, the more strong for price to pull to it. This is why overall I have a 4-hour chart on this side, but I trade off the 1 hour. I like to see the reactions off of the higher time frames, so I can make sure that this makes sense. This is clean cut. This is going to continue to go in this way. Price started rejecting. This is what I was watching. Too far back. No, sorry y'all. Like I said, first time showing y'all something like this. This is where my body was like, Tabitha, get out. Right at this candle right here. Because, now I'm on the lower time frame watching, because I just got in. This candle right here, the thought ran across my mind for I hope price continues pushing down. As soon as I said that, I said, oh, you should not have even thought that. You need to close this trade, because I know where you're trying to take it, but that, you're not supposed to stay in after you say that. Price gave me a little hope, and that's what Price like to do. And I'm pretty sure I was on the 1 minute watching it, and that's another trigger for me. If I start to keep going lower and lower just to give myself confirmation bias, that's not okay. Price has already started to invalidate. She ran through this, what is this, a 15-minute gap? Yeah, she ran through this 15-minute gap, imbalance, whatever it is that you want to call it. At the end of the day, all this stuff is the same thing. Everybody just got a different name for it, okay? So follow along with what I'm saying. She ran through this 15-minute gap. She did not hold. Like I said, y'all seen just right there on the 5-minute. She did not hold. I knew everything in my body told me to close, and I didn't. And what did she continue to do? She just kept on going up. And at this point, I got in right here. So price put, how whenever you get in, when you add in on futures, it puts you like in the middle of your two positions. So price was like right here. I'm watching this candle and I'm like, baby, you need to go ahead and shoot back down. You're doing way too much. And she didn't. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it until it gets back to my original entry. Okay, cool. Mind y'all, my stop loss is astronomical. Instead of me moving my stop loss into profit like I should have, because that's what I've been doing. I don't always like doing that, because a lot of times I leave money on the table. But baby, I should have did that this time. I should have changed. Not only did I not move my stop loss into profit, once price started getting up here and getting to my original stop loss, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all right now. I took my stop loss off. Okay, that is the second that I couldn't even look at y'all when I said that, because it was just like shame. Because I know, y'all, when I tell y'all I 100% know better than that, I cringed when I took that stop loss off. I cringed because I'm like, I'm about to smack you, bro, because you know better. What is that? I don't know what this is. Oh, something. Okay. I'm like, you know better, bro. You know better, y'all. I took my stop loss off because I'm like, okay, she pushing up real hard. Price just need to run a little bit, and she gonna pull back down. Yeah, you took your stop loss off. You see what I be saying? You're hurting. And this wouldn't have been too much of an issue if this was only with 1 micro. This was with 5. I watched my P&L just keep dropping. I froze. I broke so many rules this day, And I'm just so furious at the fact that I did that, because I know better. Like I tell y'all, once you break that first rule, all the rest of the rules get thrown out the window. I know better than to take my stop loss, so I never take my stop loss. So I don't care how much pain it's gonna cause me. I don't care if I don't want to take that loss at all. I never take my stop loss off. Why would I do that? I was being extra greedy. I was being cocky, because I'm like, I know that's what Price is gonna do. At this point, I was like, yeah, I can't take it no more. First of all, I struggled to even take it off, but I couldn't take it anymore. So you see my exit point, okay? You see when I hover over this, that little extra, yeah, that was an extra $1,000. Your girl lost $2,500 in a day. Crazy work when I was only dang near $3,000 away from getting back to break even. Had I took my $1,000, like I said, like I'm not going to keep harping on this because I know I done talked about it in my other videos. I could have not only taken my $1,000, if I was not so fixated on the fact that I know gold needs to drop, which clearly she needed to, but that's another day. If I wasn't so fixated and stuck on the fact that I needed to see gold drop, or I wanted to see gold just melt, Price presented the most beautiful buy setup, and I neglected to see it because all my eyes seen was a sale, okay? Right in here. Even though the fact that she ran through this 15-minute gap and could not even reach this order block, did not stay under this 15-minute gap, I could have got in for a buy. If I didn't get in right here, I definitely could have got in right here. Because not only did she tap into one of the highest points, she started to push through it hard. If anything, I could have gotten a buy right here or right here, and I could have just aimed for something simple. I would have just aimed for this Friday close, Sunday opening, or I at least would have aimed for one of these highest points. But I'm too stuck on my sale. I'm too stuck on what it is that I want to see. Like, I'm too stuck on that. I'm too stuck on that. Even on the hourly, it made sense. Even on the hourly, I could have seen the buy clear as day. Price literally came in, tapped in through the 15-minute gap, then came back and rated it completely. I could have got in off either one of these wicks and been just fine with a buy. But you see what I be saying when I say we so stuck on some type of mode? All right, bet. So whatever. That was Thursday. And my intentions was to hold it a little bit more so I wouldn't have to take such an astronomical loss. But like I said, I couldn't take it anymore. And as you can see, price did end up coming back down. And if I was able to hold it a little bit longer, like if I would have been able to take that take that. I would have been just fine. You know, I would have, at the most, I probably would have lost, 15? Yeah. I thought my son was crying. Yeah, I would have lost maybe like 15. That's dang sure better than 25, but whatever. Okay, cool. So at this moment, I'm like, I'm done trading for the rest of the week. I don't know what happened. I never freeze, and I froze. Like, that was sickening. This is Thursday night, okay? Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever. I put a limit order on, y'all, okay? This was a nice little smooth limit order with just one micro. Like I said, I wasn't trying to do too much. I put it in based off the midpoint of this 1 hour gap that it created. It's also 1 minute gap. It's a 15-minute gap, all in the same little area, all in between. All of this liquidity just sitting right here. It's mad liquidity sitting right here. Let me see. This might be a little bit more clear for y'all in the 1 hour. Okay, you see this you see this candle, how it pushed up? The middle of this candle, let me move this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. The middle of this candle, okay, right here, this 1 hour is where I'm like, okay, if price does continue to want to sell, I don't want to get in off the Friday close Sunday opening, but I would like to see price get to right here, okay? Because at this point, when I put this limit order in, price was already pushing up. When I tell y'all, I put this limit order on and went to sleep because I was just fed up. Price I was literally a tick away from it hitting my stop loss, but I was knocked out, so I wouldn't have known. But it activated in my sleep. I placed it here. It activated in my sleep. It almost took me out, but it didn't. But when I woke up, I had already seen all this. I was like, dang, price definitely took me out. But then, signed it on to my broker, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't like the way this look. Price still consolidating. Tomorrow, later on today is NFP. Let me just go ahead and close it. I closed this trade right here. You see this arrow? You see when I move the arrow? Okay, you see nothing? You see that little blue? That's where I closed my trade. It was negative $1. And as you can see, had I not been so frightened, because this was a perfect setup for me to go ahead, for me to trust my analysis, for me to trust everything that I did, that I've been doing, price hit my TP. But I was too scared. Okay? Cool. Whatever. It happens to the best of us. It is what it is. I'm up for London, and I'm just like, I don't want to do anything. Like I told y'all, that money that I lost the day before did something to me, and I was just like, because y'all, I think it more so it pissed me off first and foremost, because I didn't even think that I was capable of still doing something so stupid, so foolish. But clearly. But then I was even more mad at the fact that I sat there and I took out a winning trade where I could have rejuvenated, a little bit of something, but I didn't. But whatever. Okay, cool. Friday. NFP was just popping. And matter of fact, let me just go ahead and show y'all. This was my notes from them 2 days. Ooh, come on. Don't embarrass me. There we go. So, this is how I keep up with my journaling. This might be a lot for some of y'all. I'm not going to leave it up there for too long. I just need to explain. This is how your girl gets to journaling. And this don't make sense because this was this way. Yeah. This is how I journal. In the middle of me trading, I go ahead and do my little call outs right here and go ahead and just jot down a couple of quick little thoughts. Sometimes I'll be mad at myself. Sometimes I'm telling myself, ooh, sorry y'all. This video, they're gonna be like, girl, what the heck? Sometimes stuff just be all over. I need to get my thoughts out, okay? I need to get my thoughts out. And as you see, I was very upset at myself. I told myself, take this money, all this, that, and the third. I told myself that I panicked. Even for Friday. Friday comes along and I didn't get to, how long we been going? Okay, that's not too bad. Friday comes along and I was too scared to do anything because of how much money that I lost. And I know better. Price presented setup after setup for me. Setup after setup for me. After this, okay, yeah. Seeing price push up to this area during London session. Well, not even London session. Just that 6 o'clock time that I'll be telling y'all. That 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock right here. 6 o'clock through 6:30, boys. She be. Okay, catch it. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe not for everybody, but we're not going to harp along too much on this. Price, literally the same exact. It might not be in the same area, but the same exact setup. Same exact setup that I'm looking for. Not only same exact setup. Okay, let me take these off because they distracted me. Yeah, I'll put them in there. Keep your charts clean, okay? Because that'd be too much going on sometimes. Okay? And y'all already seen all these executions. I'm going to take these executions off because it'd be too much. I already don't like too much going on my chart. All right, bet. Friday. I half stepped. I hesitated. And honestly, I missed all of this because work was too hectic. I actually woke up really late Friday. I was pissed. Like, I fell back asleep at some point in time. I think I forced myself to go back to sleep because I was like watching this. And I was like, bro, I can't even look at the chart right now. Like, I'm heartbroken. But, getting ready for it, doing the things I need to do, getting my son ready for daycare. I'm already watching, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to really do too much of anything because NFP, I really don't even want to trade at all today. Price rated through this hourly order block, showing me how strong that she wants to sell. She's still not pushing up and staying up past these levels. Let me show you on the hourly. Will make more sense, okay? This right here, this candle right here enticed me to do exactly what I needed to do, and I didn't. Hours spiked up over everything that's been going on. But the fact that she did not reach or dig into this one of the highest points, and she got order blocks and she got steps up here that she can go out and take out, that hard rejection right there, that would have been perfect for me to go ahead and get in. Even if I didn't get in straight off of this candle right here, coming back into the top of the order block, perfect. That's perfect. That's A1 setup for me. That is okay, TradingView, don't embarrass me. That is A1 setup. My wife is home. That is A1 setup. That is 1,000 ticks. Okay? Even with just one little micro, I could have made back more than half of what I lost that day. But I was too scared. And honestly, work was too busy for me to even sit there and look at it. It was just too much going on this day. So I'm pulling out my phone. I pull out my phone. I ain't pull out my phone till like 9 o'clock. I seen prices right here. I said, God dang. I could have did some damage with that one. But no. Crazier thing is, the true damage that I could have done is if I would have just taken my money on Thursday, and I would have been more than fine with everything that I had to do. Because this right here, this was a smooth drop. And let me just be perfectly 100% clear. Y'all see Thursday, this is what I was aiming for, but I wanted to at least aim. This is a previous old Friday close, old Sunday open. Yeah, I keep them on the chart for the contract, for the entire contract quarter. I keep them up there. Chart, okay, whatever. Y'all, I wasn't supposed to get so detailed into this. I told y'all I wanted to get to this heavy level of liquidity right here, okay? This is what I would have overall been aiming for on a daily freaking mitigation block. Not only did price get there, price went way past what I wanted it to get to. It's about to be a little bit of noise for a minute. Let me see. Alright, sorry for the ruckus for a second. Had to help wifey get in the house, take the groceries upstairs. Y'all know how that go. Alright, bet. So yeah, bro, it just goes to show that's the kind of stuff that I be talking about when I'm saying, y'all see this little, oh, he ain't coming here. This the kind of stuff I be talking about. Alright, we done with the chart. My wife. Sorry, y'all, had to help wifey get in the house. She just wanted to say hey.
Hey, people.
Alright, get out of here now.
Alright, I'm out.
Anyways, that's just what I was saying to y'all. Like, I knew and I had the utmost trust in my gut and trust in my analysis that gold was going to get to this liquidity right here. And as you can see, she did. I was just too early. So, it is what it is. I put this stuff back up here just so I can break down those last 2 days. I already broke all this other stuff down on my stories, but from now on, I'm gonna start breaking down my trades daily on here, and I think that'll be better. So that could be y'all second video that y'all have. Anyways, I'm about to sit here and clean off my chart. I know y'all probably not gonna want to see that, so I'm cleaning off this chart. Go ahead and mark it up for the week to come. I don't know. I actually might record that and put some background music in. Y'all might actually enjoy that because sometimes I like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't know. But anyways, I'll make this bigger real quick. Because in my closing, there we go. That's all. So, at the end of the day, trust your gut, trust your I need to focus. The camera is right there. I keep looking at it. Trust your gut, trust your analysis. Don't be afraid to listen to that gut feeling, bro. I'm telling y'all, it will take you so far. Okay? And small little disclaimer. If you don't trade like this, okay, I'm glad you don't. Okay? If figure out what's best for you to trade, however it is that you trade, because this right here works for your girl. Okay? Make sure them charts stay clean. Bless you, baby. Like I said, this is my closing, y'all. I was a little nervous in this video. I don't know if you could tell, but like I said, it's my first time doing something like this, so it is what it is. Anyways, I hope that y'all have a blessed night, day, week, month, and year. 2025, what a time to be alive, what a time to thrive and strive. Look at the cuts for greatness. This is your year. This is your year to do the things that you know that you need to do, that you want to do. So go ahead and rock out and do them. It's your girl, Tipa, tapping them out. Now let's see.